start and talk a bit about the visa process. Not very much time, but just a little bit, just to let you know.
Amerikan
And then I want to talk about
vize
what
yetkililerinin
sorts of things you can expect at
öğrencilerimizle
school. Recommendations, suggestions, tips for being at school. And then talk a little bit about some other sorts of recommendations for being an exchange student. What sort of things to do and not to do in America. And then if you have any questions, I'd love to hear your questions. I'm always happy to answer your questions. So, that said, first of all, let's start with a couple of visa things. Who is going to have an F visa? You know what's on it? F visa? You have two types of visa, an F visa and a J visa, okay? The type of visa, don't worry about it too much. The company will tell you which kind of visa you're going to get. However, there is one important thing I want to tell you regarding the paperwork. If you have an F visa, you will have this form. It is called an I-20. It's an official document that you have. And if you have a J visa, you're going to have this form, okay? They look pretty similar. Do not forget this when you go to America. When you go to America, when you fly to whatever city you're going to, when you go through passport control, the officers at that point, he's going to say, let me see your passport, you get the passport, and he wants to see this form as well, okay? So have it with you, on you, don't forget it, otherwise it can be difficult, okay? Now, in terms of the visa itself, everyone will come to the consulate for an interview with someone like me. I work at the consulate in the visa section. I speak with people who go to America as students, as tourists. So you will all be coming as well. It's a short interview, maybe a couple of minutes. It may be in English, it may be in Turkish, but it is an interview, so be ready for that. Be ready to talk about where you're going to go. For example, if you say, and you say America, and like Tommy John, we know you're going to America. That's why you're coming for the visa. But where in America? Give us a complete sentence. Give us more of an idea of what you're going to do. I'm going to America, I'm going to Boston, I'm going to Connecticut for high school. That sort of stuff, okay? It's a short process. After the interview is finished, we will tell you a decision. And then at that point, it's usually only a couple of days, a week perhaps, and the visa will come to the PTT Shubisi, the PTT Shubisi that you chose when you made the appointment, okay? It's a very simple process. So, any questions about the visa part before I move on? No? Okay, very good. So, let's talk about school in America.